Good evening, Mistwalkers. Are you ready for another chapter in our murderous tale? Lazarus has a little something to hide, doesn't he? Perhaps a deal with the Pirate King? Keep the murders under wraps, and he gets to keep his head. Mercy just impersonated a dear friend of hers, Ingrid, and she's got a little meeting tonight with the she-wolf. But it's not our she-wolf, is it? No, there's another face on Constantina's wanted poster. How delicious. Why do you think Vargas took that box? Well, I hope it's not important. Oh, that could be a deadly complication. Constantina, why, she's a member of the crew of the dear ship, the Endurance. Do you think she'll spend hundreds of years sailing the seas with Captain Garvin? I can't wait to see. Maybe Vasily could whip up a little miracle for her. And still, the shadows loom over the Styes. I think you should pay extra attention in this chapter. Things might get a little spooky.
Muted.
Hooray! Hi, everyone!
Good evening, Mistwalkers. Welcome to Tales from the Mists, a spooky campaign set in the Domains of Dread. With me today are 6 adventurers. Let's go down the line. Lisa?
I am Lisa Penrose, and I play your heart of the party, Mercy Albrecht, the Tiefling Storm Sorceress.
Kayla?
Hi, I'm Kayla Klein, and I play your sweet baby wizard artificer, Vasily, who is the best at everything.
Ashley?
I'm Ashley Warren, and I play Konstantina Avshalomov, the Barovian bard, who's also very good at everything she does and never makes any poor life decisions, ever.
It's true.
Boy. Hadil, would you like to follow up with any lies?
My name is Hadil, and I play Vargas Blackstone, who is a warlock and deserves every bad thing that comes to him because he's a bad man.
Oh, true.
That's true.
Or is it?
It's true.
This week we are introducing Silani. You don't have to tell us who you're playing, Silani, but just introduce yourself and what you do.
Hi, I'm Solani. I am the DM for Plot Hunters, and I can't tell you who I'm playing yet.
Someone very beautiful with webby ears.
True.
I can see
I
the
sent
secrets.
many pictures of Indira Varma to Kayla.
My wife.
Just this. Just could you
Just
just
this.
blue? Oliver.
Oh, yeah, I'm Oliver, and I'll be playing Lazarus Viscardi, a detective, and his dog Spud. I love the dog more than life itself, so don't kill it.
Spud lives. Only Spud.
Hashtag
Spud lives.
That's fair.
Hashtag protect Spud. Hashtag save Spud.
Save Spud. Need to save him.
This is our new quest.
I bless Spud. All right. This is not a typical campaign. We have a rotating cast, which are Lisa, Kayla, Hadil, and Ashley. I'm sorry, you're in
Whoa.
different positions on my Zoom, and I was like, I definitely said Ashley already, right?
I think to make up for that, Ashley should get inspiration.
Ashley, you have inspiration. You should already have inspiration, I think, but you have it again.
Used it.
Oh, yeah, you have it.
Yay!
Worked out well.
It's that easy. I am a pushover.
Yeah.
And then our what?
I just said yeah. Wait, just like yay. Like
Mhm.
I'm the boss.
That's true. And then we have two rotating members, which will be Silani and Oliver for this arc. Our showrunner, Lisa, the boss, has our announcements for this week.
I'm the boss. Oh, okay. I don't like that. I'm gonna stop saying that. Hello. As always, we are doing some fabulous giveaways for folks who are able to watch live. I have a little picture that I can pop up on the screen. We are giving away Mistwalker survival kits. We noticed on one episode we gave away one fewer than we'd meant to, so this week we are giving away 3. It has some beautiful postcards. It has some matchbooks from the Matchbook Menagerie, our Vistani revolutionary organization, a little pin of Mercy's Gauntlet, and some Dicey Boys. Really awesome. If you want to enter that giveaway, put !undercover in the chat. Make sure you are keeping an eye on chat, especially sticking around and checking out the chat in the latter half of the show when our moderator, Jack's Not Funny, will be pulling some names for the giveaway. I also want to share that we're really excited to be participating in Dungeons & Dragons #Race into Avernus over the next couple weeks, basically till the end of the month. We are raising funds for Extra Life, and if you go to the Dungeons & Dragons team and find the Tales from the Mists page on there, maybe Jack can drop the link in there to make it real easy, and you donate to our page, that will push our Infernal War Machine forward through Avernus. And we have lots of fun incentives, like Kayla will doodle on your profile picture like ghosties and stuff. TK might create a spooky monster for your home game, or Hadil will say mean things about you on the internet. All of these prizes are equally weighted and delightful. So go donate to our page. Help us win. If we win the race, you might see the Mistwalkers. Well, you would see the Mistwalkers in a future D&D product, which we're really excited about. So help us for the Mistwalkers, for the kids, for everybody. Really, everybody wins. And yeah, those are our major announcements this week. I throw it back to TK. Oh, no, wait, I take it back briefly.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, I just want to say that you should, all the people should donate specifically to mine, because I'm just saying that I'm very qualified because I've made several senators and also Scott Baio blocked me on Twitter, so
Yeah.
$10 well spent.
Yeah.
100%.
The deal in character as Vargas will just like drag you across the internet. Who doesn't
Drag
want
it through
that?
Varney, sucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. That incentive is actually called Vargas's burn book. So whatever terrible rumors Vargas has heard about you at the local, wherever Vargas goes, 100%.
Yeah. Oh, if you've been entering our giveaways and you haven't won and you really want one of these sweet postcards, there's also a donation incentive where you can donate, and one of our characters will like handwrite a postcard for you in character. You get to pick. But enough about Race into Avernus. TK, here, I hand it gently back to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Lisa has recently informed me that I'm not allowed to ban people for supporting other people for Race into Avernus, so that's a thing.
TK.
Can I ban them?
I just... No.
No banning.
No hitting.
No hitting, no banning. The Tales from the Mist contract is really long.
She didn't say Jack couldn't ban them, though.
Jack.
Jack is
No,
basically.
Jack, you do not do what you want.
Yeah.
Let's play some D&D, shall we?
Oh, yeah.
Oops, boss. Let's play some D&D. Let's delve into the world of the Styes, this grotesque pirate bay in the middle of the Sea of Sorrows. The sun has not come up yet, but last call has already been shouted for, bellowed through the lounge of this nameless tavern. Constantina, you precious angel. You went into a suite yesterday, didn't you?
Yes, I was trying to speak with my new Vistana friends.
What would you like to speak with them about? Stefano has returned to getting a fitting for his wedding suit.
Okay, well, I have a lot of questions, but to start, like, what is this place and what's the deal with all the posters on the wall?
Are you asking Stefano?
Yes.
Stefano sort of gives a half turn, and the seamstress at his hip grunts irritably and pokes him in the side with a sewing pin. You could see that his arms are up, and he's got this long tunic with a high neck and this silver and gold metallic embroidery across it. And well, it's not exactly a nice place to be. A sort of a smuggler's den. The Styes, you know, the Styes.
Well, sure. I mean, I kind of got that, but I mean, you're here to get married, so it can't be that bad, right?
And Stefano's cheeks go a little pink when you say that. Well, it is a very delicate situation.
Who are you marrying? I should have asked, and I realize now that was pretty rude that I never inquired. But who is your intended?
The seamstress sort of pokes her chin up and looks around him at you, and you can see her eyes are wide, and but he waves her away. Oh, I was under the impression that most people knew, but the captain, Ulrich Drake.
Oh, okay. His picture was also on the wall. So, okay.
Yes.
Hello, by the way. I want to address the seamstress. My name is Tasha, and I am a distant family member of Stefano. So I'm a little out of the loop. We just happened to meet up recently.
This seamstress is also Vistani, and she looks from you up to Stefano, and Stefano sort of gives her he nods, and it is it is positive, but you think perhaps they are making fun of you.
Well, okay, I'm used to it.
And she looks back at you. I'm Lucrezia.
It's so nice to meet you. Stefano, what do people know about Constantina?
Stefano looks from you to Lucrezia, and he... Well, Konstantina of Shalamov, she is a hero. She liberated the Vistani that were trapped in Cartacus by killing the Meister Singer down there. And she allowed our fortresses to march in and take over. She disappeared soon after, but she returned within a few weeks. She mostly does covert missions.
So, hypothetically, do you think her family is worried about where she is?
Oh, I don't know that she has family.
So, if she hasn't really been heard from for like 2 years, has there been enough like rumor about her that her family back in Barovia might feel like, okay, well, she's still alive, but just like busy on missions?
I don't know that she has family.
Well, I know that she has some family. Basically, what I just want to know is like if there's enough people talking about her I guess, elsewhere that they wanted to maybe be worried, hypothetically. Otherwise, she might have to send like a letter to them because they would be really worried if they haven't heard anything for like 2 years.
Stefano looks extremely confused, and you don't seem to know a lot about Constantina for being a field agent.
Stefano. Okay, I'm gonna cast message on Stefano. Look, I don't know how much I can say in front of the seamstress, so I'm just trying to figure out like if I should be worried about my family if they haven't heard about me for like 2 years.
Oh, Stefano casts back. He says, "Oh no, she's a member of the Matchbook Menagerie. All of the Vistani here are."
So it's okay to use my real name here?
Of course, Tasha.
Okay. Again, I'm emoting very obviously as I cast message. Not very good at.
He is becoming more and more confused by this conversation.
Okay, I'm just going to speak out loud. Okay, Stefano, my real name is Constantina, as I introduced myself to you on the ship. So I'm just trying. You remember when I asked you, like, you know, when all that stuff happened in Cartacas, and you were like, "Oh, that was like 2 years ago," and I was like, "What?"
Yes.
Yeah, that's because for me it was just a couple weeks ago, and so like when I went through the mist, I think I like passed through some sort of time portal. So I'm just worried that I haven't spoken to my family for 2 years, and I'm really confused about what people know about me because that seems. I mean, I don't want to take credit for. I mean, I remember putting out the call to the Matchbook Menagerie to go to Harmonia, so like that seems accurate, but I don't know what happened after that, and I guess I'm glad that it's attributed to me, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
You don't have to pretend to be Constantina with us.
But that's how I introduced myself to you on the ship. That is who I've always been.
All field agents are Constantina.
What?
That's how we keep her identity secret.
Well, that's I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, that's okay. Well, for this conversation, like I don't know how to prove to you that I'm the OG Constantina here. I don't really care. Like that's cool. I'm glad that my name is associated with like, you know, such positive impact. But I am being a little selfish right now that I just need to know. I'm just going to write a letter to my family. Do you know if there's like a courier who comes here? You know, like sometimes there's like couriers who pass through the mist, and is there one coming anytime soon?
Well, most of the Vistani can pass through the mist, and several of them will be sailing back to the mainland. I'm sure one of them would be Lucrezia. Would you take a message for
Just please,
Tasha?
Sure. Lucrezia, I would be very grateful for you to take a letter to my family. If you're going through Barovia anytime soon, can you bring this letter to the Avshalomovs?
Lucrezia, she leans around Stefano, and she looks from you to him again, and I would be delighted to help you.
Thank you so much. I'll write a letter later today, and I'll come bring it back to you. But I just don't know when I'm going. I don't even really know where I am, so I have no idea when I'm going to be back there anytime soon. Stefano, you mentioned that Ruza is the commander. So did that happen right after Harmonia fell?
Oh no, there were several battles.
Battles?
It happened probably after she lost her eyes.
Oh, Ruza. Do you know? Have you met Ruza directly?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, she's very sweet, and I'm glad she's still alive. But
Mother may have.
Oh, okay. Speaking of your mother, she has quite the title. I pull the poster that I ripped off the wall, and I kind of like smooth it out. I'm sorry, I didn't understand what the wall was. So I was worried about her, so I took it off the wall.
He laughs a little. This is a den of thieves. They are very proud of their crimes.
So it sounds okay.
The wall are people that we aspire to.
I don't really know how to process this, seeing my name up there like that. Um, okay. Well, you know the ship that we came over here on, the ghost ship?
Yes, Garvin's ship.
Yeah. So, well, apparently, when I signed to be on board, I put myself down as a crew member because I wanted to be helpful. But now I'm like stuck to the ship, and I'm trying to figure out a way to break that connection. Do you happen to know anything about that, or know anyone who would?
It sounds like a curse, but I am not versed in curses. I think you would need access to somebody who had powerful magic.
Okay, I figured as much, but I thought that I would just ask. Okay, well, I better get back to my friends, but there's just so much that I missed in the last 2 years that I don't know, I'm really confused.
Do you mind if I ask your advice?
Oh, no, of course not. What can I do to help?
He waves Lucretia away, and he starts rubbing his hands together, one over the other. It is about my mother. It is about this thing, this movement. Will you sit with me?
Of course.
And the two of you sit down, and he slides a poppy seed cake next to you. With tea? Tea? Do you?
Yeah, absolutely.
He pours you a cup of tea to have with your cake. I am so frustrated because she is so hell-bent on my marriage and it uniting the people, and perhaps I will spread the message of the matchbook menagerie to Ulrich's armada. But I don't want that.
And what do you want? Is this a marriage in general that you like? Like, is it just that part that you're not too fond of, or is it the whole thing?
He sort of smiles sadly, and I just want Ulrich.
Oh, that's very romantic. Well, I mean, you probably know that I'm really passionate about the cause of the matchbook menagerie, but ultimately I believe in, following your heart and your intuition. And if you don't really believe in it.
I just don't like to feel like I am using him.
Oh, sure. That's fair. Do you think that he would be, responsive to the cause if, he felt like it was relevant to him at all too?
He smiles, and there is something in this smile that is not sad, but perhaps thinking of the way things could be if things were different. And I think that he would love to raise havoc on the seas and set fire to the Dark Lords and liberate people, as long as it was lucrative. As long as his men were happy.
Well,
I don't know what comes after.
Well, I don't know, neither do I. But I would say if our cause is something that you also believe in, and he could maybe believe in it too, then it might just be a process. I feel like everyone that I've ever met in the menagerie has, come to it on their own. No one's really forced into it. And I think that's kind of what makes it effective. But there's something, I mean, what that stands for is liberation. And I find it hard that, I guess the methods are what people disagree on rather than, the general idea.
I think he is fine with the methods and less with the message.
Well, I care very much about our cause, so I would encourage you to use the resources that you have available if that's what you want. But I want you to have a happy marriage and a happy life, so maybe don't push it. And I mean, I haven't really spent a lot of time with your mother, but you know, if you're an adult and you know she's an adult, you have to make your own path, and she has to accept that.
Constantina, you are in a position currently where you can affect the spread of the matchbook menagerie. Would you like to advise him to think with his heart or to think with his head?
This is Constantina's eternal struggle. Although for her, like, it's linked. Like,
Of course.
her love is for like the cause, and it's also the logical solution. I'm getting conflicting responses here from my my castmates. Well, this is like the hardest question I've been asked this entire show. I'm going to go. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I'm like struggling so bad right now.
Okay.
Okay. I will go with what I think Constantina would do, and I think she would go with heart, but with a caveat that I think healthy love means thinking beyond our own selves, and that love should apply to outer communities and the world along with outer relationships. That like true love is selfless.
Roll me a persuasion with advantage.
Okay. Okay. Well, persuasion, that is a 24.
Stefano muses over your words. He thinks on it. Thank you for listening. It is easier when somebody outside of your clan explains it. I will remember this.
Don't forget who you are in your relationship. It's important that we keep our own values when we give love to other people. So I know you'll do what's right for you.
All right. He calls Lucrezia back in. Is there anything else you'd like to talk with them about or spend time with them, have cakes?
Yeah, I just want to like kind of hang out because it's really nice being around some other Vistani and preparing for a wedding.
All right. I would like to jump over to Vasily and Vargas real quick. The two of you paid for a room at the inn.
Yeah.
How is your manger? With your tiny Nicodemus babu.
Does it have a single bed?
There are 4 of you that are going to fit into this room.
Wait, who's the 4th?
The 4 of you.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
we just requested the best room, didn't we?
Yes,
We didn't ask how many beds it had.
Yeah.
Well, I was just trying to get a room by myself.
I
Yep.
want a bed that vibrates and also spins around.
All right.
How much is that going to cost?
No.
Lisa, roll me a d4.
Oh God. You picked the person who will be honest.
You are correct. I did exactly that.
It is a 3.
There are 3 beds.
Good
Okay.
enough. Good enough.
Ashley, roll me a d4.
Oh.
2.
Thank you. 2 of these 3 beds are a mass of springs and soiled sheets. There is hay sticking out of the mattresses. It looks like these have not been used for some time. It was likely a room set aside so that the wedding party could have the better rooms.
I shove Vargas and go for the good bed.
Nope, I grab you by the back of your dumbass lab coat
No, I grab your arm and try and like throw you back through the
The
door.
rest of this episode is just us wrestling to get to the
Okay, I need both of you to roll me a Three Stooges check. Argue for either strength or dexterity. It can't be because one is higher. Just describe how you would fight.
I would be dexterous, I guess, because I'm a little noodle person and I'm not strong.
Okay.
Okay, what did you roll?
Oh, 17.
I rolled a 5, so that's
All right. So Vargas attempts to grapple you and toss you to the side, but you just slip out from underneath his arms and make it to the bed before he can catch you. I assume you throw all of your things on the bed and scream
Yep.
mine.
Yep. Mine.
I want to attempt to push like her or like take the mattress and like dump her off.
This 5 strength will carry over to this. You can't seem to get a hold of the mattress.
Okay.
Can I slap his hands?
I'm gonna slap her back.
Both of you roll a d4.
Okay.
The best day.
4.
1.
Kayla, you take 1 bludgeoning damage. Vargas, you take 4. Y'all feel better? Feel good about this?
Yes.
So as I take this damage, I like imagine that like, you know, we both are just like palming each other and you just like manage to like slap across my face and I go, oh, no, and then retreat to the other end of the room and just like scowl over my shoulder.
Oh my gosh. Is Nicodemus here for this?
He is already sprawled out on the good bed.
Ah. Can I shove
think he's,
Nicodemus
like,
off the bed?
No,
Like squawking.
you used all your shove quota
Oh my
today.
strength. I'm too weak and tired now.
You used all your shove quota for the day. No, he just curls around you as you attempt to shove him.
Aw.
Would either one of you like to take this opportunity to talk? I know that you've had some issues to resolve in the past.
What issues would those be? I don't know. Say the question.
That's a good point. I'm gonna like drop my bag down, whatever else I haven't dropped already, onto
Okay.
the floor, and look at Vargas and be like, "What do you want for me to get my book back? What do you even want?"
I want so many things. though. I have to think about it.
Okay, you've had plenty of time to think about this.
Oh,
I've kept it from everyone that you stole that from me.
I didn't. I found it on the ground.
That's
didn't
not
steal it.
true. It's
It was on the ground.
How far was it from me when it was on the ground? Was it, in my pocket while I was sitting on the ground?
Maybe.
Yeah, well.
I don't remember. Suddenly, because this bed is too hard, so my memory is.
I can give you the good bed if you give me my book.
No, I'll need more than that.
What else? What do you want?
Tell me more about Ingrid, and then I'll think about it.
Ingrid, why?
Do you want your book or not?
Do you like her or something?
Oh no.
Okay, good, because I was really concerned there for a second. She's just terrible. She was always mean to Mercy. I mean, she was mean to me too, but she just is a bully. Mercy went to school with her, and she was just always so mean, and she's still clearly mean. She's not smart. She's not particularly interesting. I really don't know how she was on that boat.
That's my question. She seems like a very well-to-do.
Yeah.
I mean, why am I on the boat? But that's another question for another day. I want to know why she's on the boat, and what did she study when she was at school with Mercy? Is she like Mercy? Are they similar? Do they have similar abilities? I guess is my question.
Yeah, I mean, they went to a magic school, so magic.
Anybody can learn magic. I mean,
Yeah,
look
but-
at you. You know magic, probably.
You know magic, kind of.
Listen, I have an art form. It's not just magic. Anyway, if she was looking for something, like what was it, like money or
She's
what?
looking- I don't know. I mean, she's here. Is she here now? Is she in the Styes? Have you seen her?
Is TK, is she in the Styes?
Yes, all of you traveled to the inn with
Okay.
her.
And because Vasily knows that she's looking for the box, right? But does she know she's looking for the box?
I think you were the only one that saw that it was a box, right?
Okay.
No, well,
Because
Vasily was there when
Right.
Mercy read Ingrid's mind, and
Oh,
then
okay, yep.
Mercy brought it up to Vargas later, which is how Vargas would know that there is a box missing, and Vargas helped look for it.
I had looked for it.
Mhm.
I just want to know if it's more valuable than the book. What is it's a she looks very wealthy. She just buy a new thing, so it must be.
Do you want me to help you get this box?
I think maybe. Let's find out what's in the box and how. I should know.
No.
Expensive.
We need to make a deal. It's none of this. Maybe.
Fine. Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
If you can help me find the box and we find out, I would prefer to find out what's in it because it's filled with like snakes or something.
Well, no. We can't. You can't just be like, oh, help me find the box, and if it has some cool stuff in it, then it's
I have the
fine.
book. That's why I could do it. But how about this? If we can find out what's in the box, you don't even have to help me find the box. I'll find the box on my own. I don't need you. If we can find out what's in the box and how much it's worth, I'll give you your book back.
Well, don't we need to find the box first, or did you steal that too?
No. How would I even get in her room? That's not don't worry about it. But
Can I
I
pat
wanna
him
know-
down?
I wouldn't have it on me.
Ugh.
You can roll insight.
Okay. Yes. I want to pat him
Vargas,
down with my eyes.
I'm gonna need deception against this insight. I would like for either one of you to justify either advantage or disadvantage.
I've been around Vargas and I don't trust him, and I've been suspicious from the start.
Everything I do is suspicious. That doesn't mean anything.
And I already know that you've stolen from me, so why wouldn't I already assume?
Okay.
You're both gonna just roll straight.
Oh,
Vargas isn't really more suspicious than he has been this whole time.
Yeah.
Well, you're too good at deception. I got a 15.
I rolled a 25, so.
I just glare at you.
And I see you're upset. The reason I don't need you to help me find the box is I could probably have somebody do it for me. We don't
Sorry,
need to.
my internet popped out.
Hey.
Yeah. My internet just like pooped out for no reason, probably because my husband is playing World of Warcraft downstairs.
Stop, or I'll ban him.
Okay,
for
I'm
wearing-
sure that'll work.
Yeah.
Yes, I knew it.
Okay,
So, Vasily, I'm not going to say that this failed insight convinces you that Vargas doesn't have it. That's up to you to decide.
I feel like I'm just still suspicious of him, but I'm just gonna wait and see.
Okay, so here's Vargas's reasoning. Listen, I just want to know what's in the box. Depending on if it's crap or not, you'll still get your book back. But if it's worth something, I'll just hire somebody to find it for me. Listen, don't you feel a little bit, I don't know, silly doing all of these little side jobs? Aren't you a scientist? Shouldn't you be doing science? I don't want to be looking around for somebody's lost jewelry box. It probably has like notes from college that her friend passed her. If it's something like diamonds, then yes, I'll just hire some scrub to do it for me.
Some scrub. All right, fine. I will help you open and appraise this box if you give me my book back.
All right, and as a show of good faith, I will give you the book back first. I will get
I
my...
am suspicious.
I'm Vasily, like, whoa, very shocked.
I will reach into my bag, and I will pull out Vasily's book.
Okay. Now, where have you stashed the box?
Last episode, I had like a book of poetry.
That's right. Okay.
And I had cut it up and then glued the box inside.
That's right.
Like,
I forgot.
Inside. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you don't have to use sleight of hand or anything. Yeah, you just hand her the book.
I hand her the book. Before handing it over, you have to tell me I'm handsome too. Do it. I'm very tall. I hold it over her head. Just
I think I'm taller than you.
I'm like 5'9", or no,
I'm like over 6
6'9".
foot.
No, I'm super tall because I'm an elf.
I'm
But like
7'8".
I'm 69 feet. 14
oh my god.
But anyway, I like before. You have to tell me.
Her face gets really, really red and scrunched up, and she
You
says,
don't have to mean it. I just want to hear it.
"You're handsome."
There you go.
Ah,
So
she
you
grabs
like-
her book really fast.
Say you love crepes. Say you love tiny pancakes.
Tiny, the really thin pancakes.
Nice.
She like takes the book and quickly flips through it. Is everything there? Did he tear anything out? Is there anything
I
missing?
did not tear anything out, but I probably wrote like dumb notes inside.
Oh my god. What did you write? I want to land on a page where he wrote a dumb note.
If it's like anything about like discovery, I've probably like drawn lewd things inside of it.
Vargas.
will you do me a super quick like a post event investigation roll for me?
Oh boy, here we go.
This is something that happened in the past.
Investigation. Okay. 15.
You did notice when the handwriting switched from one to the other.
Yes.
You did notice there are two different samples of handwriting in this book.
Okay.
Did you leave a note?
Yes, when I noticed, I will have written a note, like with an arrow and very tiny script, like, oh, who's this? Like your boyfriend or something, like some like shitty, like.
Vasily, give me a perception roll.
Or like somebody's like, oh, somebody's been practicing her letters. Like, if it's like nice, since the handwriting is different, is one handwriting nicer than the other?
Your investigation doesn't tell you
Okay.
too much. One is like kind of more scrawled, but
Okay.
I got 12.
12, you don't notice. Not in the first pass.
Do I notice the lewd drawings of like boobs and stuff?
I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah, there's
you
definitely
do.
a titty or two in there.
It's probably in magical highlighter.
Yes, it like shimmers. Like I've clearly learned some sort of like spell at one point.
Tinsel's prismatic quill. It's
Yeah.
permanent. Rainbow colors. It's there forever.
There's a PP in there somewhere,
God.
probably in invisible ink, and it glows.
I smack his face away from the, and then
I'm sorry, Hasbro.
I put the book like inside my undershirt, inside my jacket, like just. I don't want this to ever happen again. So, okay. What now? What do we do? How do we get this box so we can open it?
Let's go find our friend Ingrid.
Okay. If we have to, yeah.
And for the love of love, just let me do the talking. You are awful at people skills, by the way. I wrote that in your book too. It's a very sad handwritten book, so I just left out some tips on how to be better. That it's somewhere in there. Anyway,
It probably says "Get good, nerd."
Yeah,
Probably.
Vargas's tips on how to get good, nerd.
yeah, just like the words like 420 displays it, like that weird S thing that all of us know how to draw.
It's not a sad book. It's a book of science. You probably just didn't understand anything in it.
You don't know that. You don't know anything about me. Anyway, let's go find Ingrid. I want to know what's in the box.
Okay, fine. Number 5, guard the room and everything in it.
You just hear a
Ugh.
nasally snore.
Oh, what a sweet little biscuit.
Ugh.
He's curled up with his favorite goggles.
This is my favorite abomination, if you respect the way, just so you know.
It's not my favorite.
Mm.
My favorite has more teeth and
I would
would
hate to know your
probably
favorite.
killed you by now.
Okay, well, like the last one. Anyway, let's go find Ingrid. And I just walk through the door. I don't even open it. I don't remember what that ability is called, but TK told me about it, and I will be using it all the time.
Do you have to
pretty
roll to see if you could do that?
No, it's just turned on. I don't remember if it's multiple times per day. So let me just take a glance at your character sheet real quick.
Absolutely use this to be a pain in the ass.
I hate this. You can do it whenever you want.
Go.
However, if you end your movement inside of an object, you take 1d10 force damage. Okay.
Well, I go out of the door.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Bosley rolls her eyes and then opens the door and goes through it to follow him.
Indra,
Yes.
how long have you been waiting in the hallway outside of Ingrid's room?
Probably about a half hour.
She hasn't come out. She's been in there all night.
I will go and tap on the door.
You hear a very muffled, 1 moment. A sort of sob through the door, and then scuffle of boots against that worn wooden floor. And whatever locking mechanism this tavern can afford, you hear the tumbler, you hear the knob, and the door creaks a little open. And you see this red tiefling face with 2 yellow eyes stare out at you. Can I help you?
Hi. I'm here to escort you.
To the warehouse?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have it with me. Do you think she'll be mad?
Oh, that's going to be a problem. But we'll go and we'll just see what happens.
Okay. And she grabs her cloak off of the hook, wraps it around her shoulders, and starts to follow you. Vargas and Vasily, you see Ingrid and someone else with her begin to descend the stairs. Indra, who is it they see with Ingrid?
They see a sort of pointy-eared, elvish-looking woman, but with kind of grayish green mottled skin, greenish hair. She's got very worn, patched up leathers and a almost rusted looking rapier at her side. And she moves kind of lankily and almost joltily, like she's not graceful at all.
Okay. And Ingrid sort of huddles a little close to you. The last she was down in the lounge there was a lot of ruckus, there was a lot of noise, a lot of pirates slinging dice and playing cards, but now the lounge is mostly empty. A woman at the bar who looks eerily like Ingrid is receiving a note from a bartender. What would you like to do?
I will immediately narrow my eyes and look back and forth between the two of them. And I will turn to the one next to me and say, "Who is that?" and point to the one that looks just like her.
Ingrid leans around you, and let me just roll a perception check for her real quick. Mercy, what is the DC for perception for your...
Let's see. It's against
What's your
my
spell?
spell save DC. So it would be an intelligence check or a check? No, an investigation check, DC 15.
Okay, she got a 10. So she looks over and she says, "Well, I don't know who that is."
Is she wearing the same clothes as the real Ingrid?
I should probably match exactly how she looks tonight.
Yeah.
Except I've now accepted the note and read it. And this version of Ingrid is like doing a little dance and going like, "It worked."
Indra, will you roll me an investigation check to see through the illusion?
Sure.
I will allow you a broad one to see which one of them has an illusion cast over them.
That was not good. That's a 9.
They could be twins, but this doesn't seem like... It doesn't seem magically out of the ordinary.
I will turn to the Ingrid next to me and I'll say, "Wait here a moment." And I will go over to the other one and just place my hand on her shoulder.
Hello. Prestidigitation.
So you just say that.
Prestidigitation. Oof.
I'll remove my hand. But I will say,
You startled me. I'm sorry.
"Ingrid, I'm here to lead you to the warehouse."
Oh, but the note says till dawn, and do I notice the other Ingrid?
Give me a
Sting.
perception roll.
Uh-oh. Okay, 18. Sometimes you roll high.
Yeah, you notice that Ingrid is down here in a cloak, and she's sort of suspiciously peering at you, but she does not seem to have recognized you.
I'll say, "Oh, but the note that I just received says that we are going at dawn. Is it dawn already? Have I been up all night?"
Yes, indeed.
"Oh, well, I don't have the box with me. So if you'd let me go up and get my things, I think my companions might have it."
That's okay. Why don't you come along with me right now?
Okay. I kind of look at Ingrid to see how Ingrid feels about this.
Give me an insight.
I channel my Constantina. I am insightful.
Insightful.
I got a 16.
A 16's enough to tell you that Ingrid looks embarrassed but not threatened by the situation.
Okay. Very well. Dawn, I haven't slept. I'm very tired. I mean, maybe I could go upstairs and get some coffee from my room?
Time is of the essence.
Oh, okay. And then she just says, like, I don't know, really loud, "I guess I'll go to the warehouse now with you. I'm Ingrid." I don't know. I guess I'm maybe hoping Vasily hears.
Yeah, do I hear?
Do I hear in the like little suite off of the...
Yeah, it's not a huge tavern. Honestly, I'm sure even Lazarus could hear if Lazarus would like to roll me a perception check since he's outside.
I'm banished, yeah.
And is
1
just
second.
has just dressed down a poor constable.
16.
Yeah, even Lazarus can hear outside.
The box seemed important, so maybe we can go because the time is of the essence, but I will leave a note and ask for my friends to bring the box later.
Why do your friends have the box?
They have all my things because there was a party and I didn't want someone to take it, so I told my friends, everybody, stay upstairs with the box.
I will wave the other Ingrid over.
Ingrid very nervously kind of scuffles over, and she averts.
We look the same. My name is Ingrid Wagner.
Ingrid shakes your hand and doesn't say anything.
Oh, you are very quiet. Isn't
She
it
tries
so
not to
strange that
meet
we
your
look
eyes.
the same?
I'm sure it is normal for most tieflings.
Yes, or normal. It is normal. And I just have like a forced smile on. I'm going to leave a note now. And I go to the front desk and I'd like to ask for a piece of paper if I can to leave a note. And I leave. Am I able to do that?
Yeah, the bartender looks at the three of you and just, I mean, he's already talked to one tiefling that looked exactly like you today. So he just slides his burly arm just slides a piece of weathered parchment over to you, and he dips a quill in the inkwell and hands it over.
Okay, so what Indra and Ingrid see is Mercy like very slowly saying, I'm going to the warehouse as expected. Please bring the box with you. You know the box, the one I told you to protect in your room. But she's like scribbling really furiously while she says that, and it like doesn't match at all. And she's like, okay, so I was pretending to be Ingrid all day, and then I think that the secret organization that kills Dark Lords might be trying to recruit me, or they might murder me. But I'm going to this warehouse, and I don't have the box, and I'm really very scared, and I might die. Or I could murder Dark Lords, and I'd really like to do that. And please, if you can find the box, bring it, or also bring Constantina and Vargas maybe, and save me. Help! Mercy. And I address it to Vasily.
Okay. How do you keep them from reading the note?
I put my hand, like, in front.
Would you like to roll me a sleight of hand check?
Okay. Uh-oh.
Indra, are you paying a lot of attention to this?
Yes.
Okay. Please roll me an insight check.
All right. I got a 7.
Oh, maybe I'm not. Hang on. Let's see. Oh, that's a 7.
Tell me what is distracting you from necessarily reading everything that she's writing on here.
The two, just looking back and forth between the two.
Okay.
It's like one of those pictures where you have to try and find the differences.
Yeah. And maybe looking back and forth between them, you can tell she's writing something different from what she's saying, but you can't really make out everything that she's saying. Mercy, what keeps you from being as perhaps as dexterous as you could be to hide this note? What's your tell?
I'm trying to do that thing where you just kind of like hide your answers on a test from like someone like trying to copy off of you, but it's also really dark in the room, so like I also can't really see, so I'm like also moving my hands so like the candlelight will hit the paper.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Vasily and Vargas, you have heard Mercy mention this warehouse and everything. Constantina, you've heard Mercy mention this warehouse. What would the three of you like to do as you come into view eventually and you see the three of them beginning to leave?
I would like to like go to the double Ingrid situation, and I see Indara having a hard time, and I go up to Indara and I look look her up and down, but not in like a shitty judgmental way, like because clearly this is a person I want on my side. So I bow and extend my hand, and I say, "I'm sorry, we haven't been introduced, but we are Ingrid, Wagner's companions. Is there? I see there's clearly a situation going on here. Is there any way I can be of assistance?"
I have a time-sensitive interjection, if that's all right.
What'd you say, Lazarus?
I have a time-sensitive interjection, if that's all right.
Absolutely. I'm ready.
Whilst this has been going on, we've established that Lazarus heard the initial query about the warehouse. All he's really done is sidle over to the door of the inn from which he has been banned again. And quietly get his pipe out and cast a zone of truth with a 6-foot radius.
Ooh. We have to roll for that, right?
You don't have to. You can auto-fail. These are the 2 rules. Lazarus can tell who is not who is resisting. You don't have to tell the truth. You're not compelled, but if you speak, it will be the truth. So you're not forced to say everything that's in your mind.
Okay.
And you can talk in circles if you so desire. You just cannot lie.
Okay.
You cannot actively lie.
Okay. Ingrid Mercy is going to try to resist, and she like screws up her face like really hard.
Okay.
What type of save is it? Wisdom?
It is Charisma DC 14.
Oh wait, I'm good at charisma. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna resist as well.
18.
I got a 19.
I got a 11.
Okay. Constantina, were
Oh,
you
wait,
in the room?
Oh,
Technically, that's a dirty 20. I forgot to add the 7 to it.
I apologize. Vasily, you still haven't had a long rest.
Oh, so I roll at disadvantage?
You sure do.
Can I get worse than this? Let's see. Oh, I got a 16 on my second roll, so that was still an 11 then.
I just wanted you to taste victory and then...
Wow, cool. Wow, wow.
wow, cool, wow. Let me roll for Ingrid. Oh, she got a 15. Oh, this is a rough day.
Excuse me. Aren't you the person who was helping these customs at the dock?
He's going out the door.
Oh.
You're just standing in the doorway, sort of silhouetted because he likes a silhouette.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It makes him look more dramatic.
Why don't you come in?
He looks at the barkeep who has recently banned him.
Oh.
The innkeeper is like, no pipes in the lounge.
He's kind of prodding the dog slightly into the foyer because he knows it'll poop everywhere as soon as it gets the chance. Because it just doesn't have any real bowel control. It's like a tiny, one big pillow, really. Its insides are just years of inbreeding that dog just down to...
Did you just try to cast a spell on me?
What's that? Looks down left and right. I don't know, he says. Lots of magic going around lately, lots of suspicious people. Lots of warehouses. Lots of identical looking. He kind of looks left and right, and there's clearly 2 identical looking things in the foyer.
He's such a convincing... we don't look exactly the same.
He gets his monocle out. No one else am I?
Oh, are you one of those people who think just because they're tieflings?
He
it
hasn't
sounds
been
very...
through this before, so he's a bit insecure about this.
Yeah, it sounds... I've known Ingrid Wagner for so long, and this... No offense, I'm sorry, I didn't catch her name, and he motions to Indara. Having never met her before, you wouldn't know. This is clearly, somebody here is something is amiss, if you know what I mean. I think perhaps we should move to a more private area.
Ingrid pipes up. Oh, well, I am just here for Ingrid. This is magic to make myself look like this. It is so that nobody accosts her and tries to take the box.
Oh.
box.
Ingrid will immediately cast disguise self and disguise herself as Mercy.
Yes, the box. The box that my friends who are here now have. And I kind of force a smile on again.
I'm so sorry for the deception. It was just for Ingrid's safety.
Yes, now that the secrets have been revealed, this is my friend Mercy.
Just
Best friends.
Right.
Best friends!
Ugh.
That seems very plausible.
Anybody with like higher than a 12 passive perception can see that Ingrid is like gritting her teeth.
Is
Yes,
Is,
we are best
uh,
friends. And I link
is
arms with
Ingrid-
Mercy Ingrid.
is Ingrid as Mercy wearing her gauntlet?
She is not.
Vargas will look. Do I notice that she's not wearing it? Can I roll to see?
Give me a perception.
Okay.
Anybody who would like to see through Ingrid's disguise can give me a perception.
I feel like I automatically see through.
Yeah, for the purposes of disguise self for this, I'm going to say that their voices are masked as each other's. So let's just say that.
I got an 18.
I rolled a 16.
But
Okay.
a 3. No idea.
Anybody who got less than a 15 cannot tell the difference. This is just a tiefling. Vargas, she doesn't have hooves. Indra, you spend a lot of time outside of Ingrid's room. You know what Ingrid looks like, and you know magic when you see it. If you can see it. So, those are two people who have seen through this illusion. Constantina, you've come out of the suite.
Yes, I am just looking for Mercy based off of what I think is kind of a call for help, or at least for like some sort of assistance. I also had seen her turn into Ingrid earlier and was like, well, that's something to talk about later. But yeah, I'm going to look for Mercy, and I'm assuming I see Vargas and Vasily like in the doorway still of the inn. Like, where is everyone currently?
Everybody's in the lounge at the
Oh.
innkeeper's desk. Indra, time is of the essence. Constantina, please go on.
Yeah, I'm just gonna barge into the situation. Hi, I'm here now.
Sorry,
I'm like-
sirens were going by.
I'm just like basically like, yeah, this is that I say that mostly for Mercy, who I think needed some sort of help. So I'm just like, hello.
I would like to interject and be like, finally, we've been waiting for you. She has the box.
Excellent. Then we can head out.
Yep,
Is
I
the
am-
entire going to the warehouse?
Of course, we're
Yes.
here to help.
Actually,
one of my
bef-
friends has the box, just like I said. We have the box, Visas.
Before we actually head out, can I retroactively change my phrasing? It will be the same, it'll just sound different. Finally, we've been waiting for you forever. The box is here now.
Wow.
The box is here, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll take whatever insult Vargas is throwing at me right now. Like, the box means, but whatever.
Constantina, you have just stepped into a zone of truth. Am I correct in saying that,
Oh yeah,
Lazarus?
that's still going.
Would
You're very
you like
delusional.
to accept?
I also am capable of casting Zone of Truth, so I recognize it.
Yes, obviously.
And I don't know who, I don't think I can tell who cast it, so I'm assuming it's up for a reason. So I will accept.
Okay. You autofill. Who, just remind me real quick, who all is resisting?
Mercy has
I was, but I
resisted.
Yeah, I resisted, but I failed.
Okay.
I resisted, but also I think failed. I am choosing to tell the truth.
Okay. Wow. What a surprise.
Benefits me. That's why I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Okay. What would everybody like to do?
I would like to cast message on Mercy, and since I saw her use her disguise earlier, am I able to tell which one is Mercy?
Mercy Ingrid is, I guess that's like more confusing.
Oh, I guess you're
Mercy-
disguised as Ingrid and she's disguised as you, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, I have a pretty high passive perception, but I can roll for it. But I'm looking for Mercy to try to cast message on her. Actually,
Yeah.
I don't have to be looking at her. I'm targeting my message to Mercy.
Yeah, you don't have to see anybody for message. So yeah, you could
Yeah.
just target it into her mind.
Yes. Hey, are you okay? I heard your what I think was your intentional loud statement about going to a warehouse. Are you all right?
So Mercy as Ingrid is sweating increasingly as people show up. They haven't seen her note. They don't know anything. She doesn't think they have the box. No one has the box. And so as soon as you tap into her mind, she just like brain screams at you. Oh my God, none of us have the box. We are all going to die.
Vargas said
Help.
He mentioned the box. I thought he was just, insulting me per usual, but I don't.
Vargas has been helping me find the box, and we couldn't find the box, and we're going to go to the warehouse. We sought it, and Ingrid was so stressed out about it, and now I'm stressed out about it. Maybe I am Ingrid. Do you think that I am changing into her?
No, because she's mean, and you would never be mean. What does the box look like? Maybe we can what if we prestidigitate something to look like the box or something like that? I have lots of boxes. I always have knick-knacky things, so I don't know. We can turn it into something else.
Maybe Mercy will describe in her head what the box looks like. Also, I'm seeing a lot of messages that I'm sounding strange. Someone could maybe explain to me how I sound strange. I could maybe
It sounds like your voice is dialed a couple notches deeper.
Like
Very
sonorous.
sultry.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
should I
Ingrid's
just
voice.
keep it?
It is, yeah, it's very sultry.
That's gravitas.
Okay. I mean,
Mama's home.
I
That's what
could
it sounds
also
like.
try to unplug my microphone, but I did that earlier during a meeting, and my whole computer shut down. So I'm
It's really
scared.
weird. I don't know what would cause it. It's weird.
Just be sexy the whole episode. Don't worry about
Yeah,
that.
just be sexy. Who
All right, I'm
cares?
sorry, everyone. I'm just sexy this episode.
Little back and forth conversation with the message. What does that look like to people who aren't involved?
Well, Constantine is not very good at keeping on a good poker face. So
Just
she's
the two of them gazing into each other's eyes.
Yeah, so we're yeah, I'm kind of looking back and forth between Mercy Ingrid and Ingrid Mercy, because I'm trying to figure out which one is which as I'm communicating, but I'm just basically making a lot of strange facial expressions. I don't know if Mercy is also doing those in return. Probably not. She's probably cooler at this than I am, but I will let her make that call. But Constantina is for sure not being very subtle in terms of how she's emoting.
I'll see them just kind of having a strange interaction, and I will walk over to the front door and sort of hold out my arm very graciously and says, shall we? Time is of the essence.
Vargas will immediately follow and be like, finally, I just want this to be over with.
And to be clear, which one of you has the box?
I have
It's best not to say that in public.
Oops.
Can Constantina say that?
Oh, for his own truth. Oh, yeah.
Christina, shut up. She'll go to say something and I'll just be like,
Yeah, I open my mouth to be like,
and how tall is Lindara?
Indra? Me?
Indra, sorry, yeah. How tall is Indra?
She's fairly average height, about, I would say 5'6".
I'll try to get down because again I'm 69 feet tall and 420 inches. I'll get down and be like, anybody could be watching, anybody could be listening. It's best that we get to the warehouse first.
Fair enough. And I'll kind of look at each person individually and just say, let's go.
Okay,
Let's
go.
Cece's
This is my Vargas.
fine.
This is how he walks.
I hate this. I hate this so much. Screaming internally.
All right, so the group of you. This was very unexpected for me, so I'm surprised.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. This went way better than I thought it was going to. I was like, I guess they all die. Whatever. That's fine. I'm like typing up like a new show as we're talking. Like, yes, okay, yes, see through each other's zone of truth. Awesome. No. Okay, so the group of you begin to walk through the Styes. It is very difficult to tell what time of day it is as you are inside of a giant floating corpse of a sea monster. But the streets are clear. Instead, there's just that low-hanging yellow, thick smoke that is just the way the Styes are. You begin north and then east towards the warehouse and much of the Merchants Guild or Merchants Quarter of the Styes. And as you go, you know that the alchemists, Lazarus and Indra, both of you know that the alchemists also make their homes in these quarters. So the gangplanks and the walkways and the ramps and stairs are covered in a thick, greasy green mud. Whatever sludge and debris has gathered at the bottom of this fish. The deeper you go into this sea creature, the less buoyant it becomes, and the water has begun to rise. You see a couple of people walking the late nights, mostly lantern lighters, a few unsavory sorts at the corners, some urchins, and several of them are wearing chopins or platform-type shoes to keep their feet out of the muck. It starts to suck at your ankles and your shins until you reach the warehouse. Now, Mr. Dory's warehouse it's uncommon in this area of the Styes, this more decrepit, poor area. The weight of it begins to sink into the muds. All of the gangplanks and the walkways have begun to sag. It is a 3-story stone building, one of the only stone buildings in the Styes, and it's roofed in slate, dotted with iron-barred windows. Its walls and roof appear to be coated with some black gruel, and there is an accumulation of pollution on its filmy windows.
Oh, I'm Ingrid. This place is great. Exactly what I was expecting. I wish I brought my platform shoes.
As you can see around the corner of this warehouse, approaching the main entryway, there is a gray-green pit of mud, and high above it, a huge, rickety crane protruding from the far wall of the warehouse. Its limbs are rusted and bent. Dangling from it is the dripping hulk of a ship, hanging some 50 feet above the mud. There are several alleyways nearby, and anybody with a passive perception over 13 can see that there are some constables walking up and down one particular alley. Lazarus Atticus waves at you from the opening of the alley.
Edward doesn't see us at first because he doesn't have a passive perception of over 13, despite being a detective.
Oh, good.
So he kind of takes him a while. They can wait a minute, and he kind of looks, oh, hello! If he's not expecting to see anyone work-related at this point. That responsibility. And then suddenly things seem to click for him. He goes, warehouse? Warehouse! Looks over to the alleyway. It's like,
Are you here to see the body? We already cut it up. Oh,
body. Keeping the body quiet in the stage whisper.
Are you
Okay.
Oh,
And the
please.
frequent murders, he says. There's nothing to worry about. Everyone stay calm, he says. There have been
Hello, citizens. Everything's fine.
nothing to worry about. I mean, the murders were in the
Murder?
past.
Routine
not-
checkup.
Yeah, you know what? We just check for these things. Bodies sometimes appear. They may not be murder related.
Did you cut it up in a circle?
Oh wow, we're those kind of people. Okay, well, you know what? Actually, there have been some murders, but don't worry about it.
Oh.
Not
Ingrid,
circles.
you
Circle,
know
I'm
there
very
have been
troubled.
murders.
Suddenly, oh fine, okay, well,
Just a handful.
just a smattering, really.
Yeah, a loose fistful of murders.
Loose. I mean, not sort of,
A light
clenched.
rain of murders.
Yeah. You know what? A rain, torrential. Who uses that word anymore?
A refreshing mist of murders.
Yeah. So sporadic,
A
frequent, perhaps.
mist of murders. A misting of murders.
Really, whenever you walk through, they just kind of hit you in the face every so often, and you're just gonna get used to it.
You get used to the spray. It's fine.
You stop noticing after a while.
We're all wearing these masks, so you don't even notice.
He's a little hysterical. It's like, you know what? After a while, you just kind of you just stop trying to solve them. Really, you just
Oh yes,
learn to live with them.
Is it pollution? Is it viscera? Haha.
Is it gases, orifices? Who knows?
Indra will pipe up and say, nothing to worry about. The killer has already been executed.
Yes, most importantly, the matter is solved. And
He
the wedding will go
certainly
ahead.
has, and this murder is unrelated.
Yeah, unrelated. You've removed it, haven't you? And all evidence related to it, hopefully.
If there were evidence, of course it would be, but
No
there's
evidence.
not.
No,
And
no,
you can
naturally.
see a constable sort of scrubbing the wall behind him furiously.
Naturally, no evidence.
Would anybody
Oh,
like to roll a
cleaning.
perception?
Yes.
Constantino's like, wait.
Yes.
What the hell is going on?
Excuse me.
I'm perceiving
I'll go.
today.
Is this a U.S. standard murder or an imperial metric murder?
A4
gotta-
size, letter size murder.
I got a dirty 20. I'm like looking around, like with my just deadpan.
Nothing to see. The
eyes
murder's
wide.
already happened, so.
The show is over, folks.
Listen, I've seen worse.
I like to think that as they're describing like a mist of murder and something like viscera hits you in the face or whatever, Mercy's just like, yep. Yeah. Yeah. That's how it happens sometimes.
Yeah. It's a summer storm of murder where Mercy is from, but, she can appreciate murder in all of its forms.
Seasonal,
All right. Who got what perceptions, please?
I got a dirty 20.
Okay. Dirty 20. Okay.
I got a 16.
Okay.
17.
17. Okay.
I choose not to perceive, but Mercy will go help scrub the wall.
Ingrid also chooses not to perceive. She is staring at the warehouse. Indra?
I am choosing not to perceive.
Okay. Lazarus?
Oh, he hasn't. No, he's not. This is one too many, Ben. He's
It's
not.
like if I stare at this wall, I won't have to pretend that I didn't stare at that
Yeah,
wall.
he's too far in this denial at this point.
Absolutely. Anybody who got a perception over 15 or is helping to scrub the wall
That's me.
does see these strange sketches that are scrawled up and down this greasy, polluted wall. Of course, there is some smattering of blood, but this seems to be the evidence, quote unquote, that the constables are the most concerned with removing.
Are they sketches in blood or what are
They are in blood.
Oh, okay.
Is this something that we can Arcana check or something?
I'm sorry. I just have to scroll up real quick to see what they want me to. Yeah, I will. These are sketches of a creature, long, somewhat squid-like, great many tentacles. A lot of it is very chaotic. They're one over the other. So let's go ahead and say Arcana or Nature.
Would Mercy think that this was some sort of ritual thing?
It is not. It is not set with the. It is not drawn with the intent, the serious intent of a ritual. It is not. It is not ordered.
Okay. Well then, I'll just scrub with enthusiasm.
Yeah. It looks like a child's drawings.
Well,
I'm so messy.
I would like to study them closely and kind of narrow my eyes, and I got a 24 for my Arcana check.
What'd you get with disadvantage?
God.
Oh no. Can I help Vasily so it cancels out?
Like no.
Oh.
You can roll for yourself though.
Oh, I got an 18.
This is an aboleth. This is a creature with psionic abilities that can enslave the minds of other sentient creatures. You've read about it in books, but you've never seen something like that. You just recognize the shape, the diagram, the 3 eyes.
So I look at Lazarus and I ask, so is your murder an aboleth?
I just don't use the words. If you use the words, they start voting people.
What?
Don't start talking about.
Don't say aboleth?
Don't say names.
Did
Last
someone
time someone
say
blamed a
aboleth?
monster, 3 people went missing and their shoes remained.
Mercy,
with
did
the
you see
shoes.
the aboleth on the wall there?
I'm scrubbing it
aboleth?
clean.
He's having this like tear out.
The constables all look extremely uncomfortable and have started to bag up the body parts even faster. They need to get out of there.
Keep bagging and scrubbing.
Indra looks unfazed.
What? You need to tell us what's going on.
It does look like an aboleth. Vasily is
Yeah,
right.
it does, right? Yeah.
He's doing this like head
Constantina,
against the
do you
wall.
think it looks like an aboleth?
Yeah, Constantina, does that look like an aboleth to
Seen
you?
it in a book once.
I've never seen one, but sure.
You never seen what? An aboleth?
An aboleth?
Is that something that I should have seen? I mean, sure. I've definitely seen an aboleth before, and this just looks just like it. I don't.
Yeah, it looks like
I
it,
don't know
right?
what Vasily wants from me right this second. So yes, sure.
Yeah.
Looks just like it.
So this tentacled creature is not the aboleth. It has a chain and collar around it. Near it is this multi-eyed, multi-tailed fish. That is specifically the aboleth.
Oh,
That's
yeah. I
the
mean,
So
they have
I
like,
pointed that. I like show Constantina that. I'm like, no, that one.
oh, not the one with the.
Right, no,
This
not
one
that
is
one.
cute.
Doing this face at them. Like he expects the ground to swallow them up at any moment.
Lazarus, are there lots of aboleths here? Is that like something we can expect to see a lot while we're here?
Honestly, I have a lot of. He does a big breath. I have a lot of stuff on my plate. He says.
Like an
And
aboleth?
This,
eat
he
them?
says, pointing to it, and any of the other monstrous graffiti displayed throughout the Styes is a little bit
There's more graffiti?
down on the list. He says, after the murders and the pirate wedding and the horde of strangers carrying strange things who come wandering into the place, starting to stir everything up. So we'll get to that. We'll get to the abolition or whatever you want to call it. We'll get to the tentacle monster. in
Aboleth.
time.
The aboleth.
That's not the tentacle one. That's a different creature.
Yeah, that's a different
You
one.
follow
That's
Mog.
not the aboleth. That
Yeah.
one. That one is.
Very cute.
Right, that one's right there.
We should
You
name
just-
it.
Yeah.
Don't name it, and you want to keep it. And Customs is very firm about
Is that what
kind
happened
of
with
thing.
your creature? And Vasily points at the dog.
You do not say words about Spud. He says, and he picks it up, and it's like dripping. And he goes, "He's a good boy."
Spud does a very like heaving sigh into your neck and just.
As Vasily insults the dog, Vargas will just like smack her on the shoulder and be like, "Goodness sake, who
That's the line.
raised
What?
my bears for? Look at this poor dog. Stop insulting the dog.
He looks weird. He looks weird, right?
Oh, you know what looks weird? Your weird son in the room right now.
Well, he's not
Here
here.
right
I smack Vargas back.
I will avoid getting into a slap fight again.
You just comment on the dog, but they didn't mean it.
Yeah.
Spud is grateful for the encouragement. I assume.
How do you tell? But
His little eyes roll back in his head, and he just.
It's probably not some kind of seizure. I mean, he does that sometimes.
No, it's fine. I've been around pugs before. I know what's up.
Yeah, it's like.
Bless
I
their
guess
little
we should
screwed
all
up faces.
not keep scrubbing at that wall. Stop insulting my dog. Then just forget the abomination ever existed.
Diabolus.
Aboleth.
That thing, the tentacle thing.
Does
I don't know how it's spelled. I think it's
Stop talking about the abacus, please.
Yeah, can we?
clearly this is a thing that
This isn't why we're here. I don't care. This is
You're
this
right.
is another person's problem, Beth.
We're here to meet with the she-wolf, I think.
I'm not more wolves.
The she-wolf.
Wait,
Yes,
what?
is it true, Indra? Last time when I was given the box, which we definitely have, but we're going to keep it secret until we show you. We did something special to it. But last time it was just the she-wolf. I don't think you were very. Oh, so I'm very bad with faces. So I'm sorry if I don't remember you. But how many of the she-wolf's associates will we be meeting tonight?
that I am not aware of. I am only here to guide you.
Okay, you're doing a very good job. We definitely haven't dropped the box in some muck because we have it on us. In our stuff.
Yeah, let's go meet the she-wolf.
And stop scrubbing the wall.
Okay, we can come back to this. Mercy, we'll come back and we'll clean it. I'll help you clean it later.
Yes,
very-
Mercy. And I turn to Ingrid.
Sorry.
Give me a perception check. Everybody.
From who?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Everyone.
I'm rolling so well. 19.
2.
2,
8.
8,
22.
22,
5.
5.
6.
Please
6.
do not tell me that an aboleth has just appeared.
God, it's a dragon. No. No. Mercy and Constantina, with your high perception rolls, even with your high perception rolls, I think you're the only ones who have noticed that Ingrid is not there.
Mercy.
I mean,
Where
Mercy.
did
go?
Mercy go? I don't know where she is. That's weird.
The door to the warehouse is open.
Did warn you about saying that name.
Oh, maybe she went ahead. So that they would know we have the box for sure.
I know a very good funeral parlor. These things happen. You have to mourn. You have to move on. You go through the stages of grief very quickly in the Styes. In a few hours, really, if you
seems
try.
premature. I think she's just in there. I'm gonna rush over to the warehouse and look in the door.
Yes.
Let me just scroll down real quick. I need to read something.
I mean, that's a choice you're making.
And one weird making.
It's like we've summoned an aboleth each time we said it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're up to
Yeah.
now,
No,
right?
that's why I've been scrolling down all this time. It's not actually a dice roller on here. I'm just keeping score of all the times you said it. That's how many aboleths you'll be fighting in the finale. However, if you, the audience, donate to our Extra Life page, you can save them. No. So the interior of the warehouse is piled high with crates, boxes, and packages, most of them marked with alchemist symbols and fragile or handle with care or explosive.
Vasily, this looks like a place that you would like.
There's a closed door that offers a way to a walled-in area to the northwest. A mechanical lift stands along the south wall to the east, and 2 iron spiral staircases rise from the northeast and southwest corners. If you would like to consult your maps now, you are free to do so. Realistically, you could have consulted them at any time, but I'm the boss of you.
I'm just if I don't see anybody in there, I'm just gonna kind of shout to Ian, Mercy.
Go on.
Mercy Albrecht, are you in there?
You don't hear anything.
That's weird. I don't think the door was open before, so.
It was not.
That's fine. You know, she's probably gone. That's okay. We can just notify her
happens,
family and leave.
you know.
It's fine.
Oh
Because-
no, Mercy's family would be so upset.
We could go around in a circle and say all the things we liked about her, such as she walked at a slightly slower pace than the rest of you, and made it difficult to
She was
keep up a good pace.
very beautiful and smart. And
So-
Ingrid, always admired how studious Mercy was. She didn't get the best grades, but she tried very hard, and I never made fun of her for that.
Process that grief, you know. Let's just keep that going. Let's get some
I do
good feelings.
feel better. I like these.
This episode is called What Mercy Would Say at Her Own Funeral.
I was just like accepting this because people go missing and die all the time. You know, we have to get moving with that grief process to get the organization done.
I would like to point to one of the closed. So there's there's a closed door, and then there's a spiral staircases.
There are two spiral staircases, one
That are,
on opposite corners from the main door that you come in.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is a staircase, or not a staircase, a lift, like a elevator.
So I see that there's another floor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to. I don't know. I can't see Ingrid, and I don't know if she's in range, but I'm going to try to cast message by pointing in that direction.
Mm-hmm. So when you come in the door, to your right is a closed door.
Okay.
To your immediate left in the far corner, and then
Yes.
to your diagonal right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing my arms like this, like you're actually. It's like it's not going to be mirrored, and it is. Those two iron staircases spiraled, and then to your diagonal left is the lift. Okay. There's also a map in the.
I'm looking. I just wasn't sure.
Okay, in the Discord.
It was a closed door. I'm basically just trying to. I will just point kind of in the direction of the upper floor.
Okay, so straight up.
Yeah, I
Yes.
don't need to see her. It's just I don't know where she is, so I'm just guessing. But I'm going to cast message just to see if anything happens. So I'm like, hey Ingrid, are you in the building still?
Where are you? Where's real Mercy?
I mean, she's with us, but where are you?
They've got me upstairs. We need to go.
They? Who's they?
Come and get me.
Are you okay? You're upstairs?
I don't have the box. They're going to kill me.
Okay. Okay. I think we should go upstairs, and I'm just gonna start going up a staircase.
Oh, Tasha, where are you going?
I think I'll cast message on Mercy as I'm going up here. Ingrid's in trouble. They're going to kill her.
Oh no! Mercy says out loud and just runs to the stairs and starts clopping up.
Just like
Bosley follows immediately.
picking up the dog.
Indra,
The same sigh and follow.
yeah, Indra, as Mercy climbs that iron staircase or Ingrid, in her soft leather boots, you can hear the clink clink of hooves on iron.
I will follow behind everyone else.
So, we get up to the upper walkway that surrounds the highest level of this warehouse, the second floor. Or, sorry, with the first floor. You can't see down. So we get up onto this first floor, and it's an office area, a loft, area for long-term storage. You can see more boxes, more flammability, and two figures.
Mercy?
One in black leather with knives draped across the chest. The other one, Ingrid, in the magical guise of Mercy.
It's the she-wolf!
Yeah. Do they look like the person in the poster?
As much as the person in the poster can look like anybody.
Like the poster with Constantina's name on it, right?
The poster person was wearing a mask in the picture.
Oh,
so
okay, sure. So,
Did you say, were they just standing next to each other, or was she holding fake Mercy?
you can do insight for me real quick. I'll give that to you for free.
9. This is more like my character.
They're sort of just standing next to each other. It's hard to tell.
Okay, then I'm just gonna rush forward and try to grab fake Mercy and move her away.
All right, so you move across the room between boxes, and as you're moving, this person grabs fake Mercy and makes for the window.
no. We have the box. I have the box. And I start like going through my bag.
She stops.
Yes.
Yeah, we have the box you're looking for, right?
Slide it over.
No, give us Mercy first.
Yeah.
She pulls a dagger out.
Wait, okay, everybody. Oh, calm down. I think it's important that we give them the box, but I want someone to verify what's in it. I want to make sure that we're giving this box to the right person.
And
That's
Mercy, Mercy's looking at Vargas because she doesn't know Vargas has the box, and she's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Do you think your friend's life is worth, like, I don't know, a box of snakes? It better be something good in there.
Marcus,
I don't know what it is.
Is a box of snakes a normal thing for you? Because it sounds like you expect it fairly often.
You ever open the peanuts and then a thing pops out? It could be that.
That's what you're thinking.
Truly the spookiest.
I want the next pin we make out to be a rosewood box with like goofy ass snakes on it.
A little googly eyes all staring in different directions. It's a pop-up aboleth.
Vargas is like, no fear. Box of snakes, one fear.
Box of snakes.
I'm dead.
I'd also like to say, Constantina, like, don't go anywhere.
Her shoulders stiffen. But she holds the point of the dagger to Mercy's neck anyway.
No. Mercy's gonna cast a spell.
Which spell would you like to cast?
I want to try to polymorph fake Mercy into a really big animal.
Like a sheep?
No, sheeps are not really big.
Pretty large.
Or make her a box of snakes.
I think at the level that I'm not gonna make her a box of snakes.
One snake,
Not,
she could.
not everything can be a box of snakes.
Sorry,
Mercy
Celeste.
just tries to think of like a really big, scary animal, like in a crayon drawing, like it's all covered in fur and like muscly, and she turns her into a giant ape.
Okay, so Mercy you're turning into? Fake Mercy?
Fake Mercy.
Okay, I was just making sure because for some reason I thought you were turning
It's confusing.
the she-wolf into.
Oh no.
I know that you said it, but I was still like, what? All right, she's gonna try and resist. She rolled a 6, so it doesn't even matter what the.
She's resisting. Why?
Who willingly wants to be polymorphed? Yeah, she turns into a giant ape. She will take.
Friends. She said so.
She will take actions on your turn if it comes to that.
Okay.
But she pushes this she-wolf away from her.
How
With all
did
of her
that
strength.
happen? Oh, so strange. Mercy does this all the time.
I'd like to also yell, like, the commander says to stop this mission.
This she-wolf picks herself up from the floor and she narrows her eyes at you. Mercy, These eyes are brown. Constantina, make me a deception roll.
Oh, okay. I'm actually
Jesus.
pretty good at deception.
Crying out loud.
18.
She got a 9 on her insight, so she lowers the dagger and she'll grip the side of her mask and pull it down.
You're not the same fun.
And yeah, what does she look like?
She is a woman with a freckled face, brown eyes, and dark brown hair. Cut shaggy short. Musa sent you?
She did. I'm working on a mission for her, and your mission is no longer necessary.
You have the box?
Yes, but I have been instructed by Rusa to hold on to it.
Wink, wonk.
All right, what is my new mission?
You need to go back to what's the name of the inn that we were at? It didn't have a name, right?
It did not have a name.
You are to go back to the inn and await my instruction.
Yes, and debrief us and give us all the information. I mean, I'm not in the.
You are a member.
Oh, okay, yes.
If you want to be, I mean, if you want.
Oh, I can't. Oh, okay, we'll talk about that later.
Yes. So yes, you are instructed to return to the inn, and I will have a new mission to share with you.
She sort of narrows her eyes, and then her eyes dart for a moment to Lazarus.
Oh, he's in on it. Don't worry about it.
He's just looking around as if this is all just completely insane. It's an ape. It's an ape. At what point was that? I wasn't discussed. That isn't necessary at all. It just seems like gratuitous use of magic in contravention of several local statutes and the zoning commission ordinances, a whole lot. Like apes, you can't just summon those. It's not acceptable, really. So he's got his head in his hands like that, and he goes, "It's a monkey."
Oh, is that what this is? It's just from a drawing. But oh yes, Mercy is a bear monkey.
Okay. Lazarus is opening his divine sense at this point. Who are these people? What is this? Is anyone here a demon? I feel like he would assume at this point that these people are clearly
Are you there,
not okay.
It's me, Lazarus.
It's me, Lazarus.
It took this long for him to come to this point, but he suddenly realized something's not quite right.
Lazarus, you precious baby boy. What's the range?
I think it is. That's a good point. Better double check that. It feels like it's now an important thing that I had not actually considered. It is.
I've been very
60
excited
feet.
for you to get this. Oh, 60 feet. 60 feet's a good distance. 60 feet's enough for you to pick up that sulfur coming off of this lawful tiefling, Mercy. Mercy? Also, Ingrid, both of them. Very lawful, very orderly, very Avernus. They smell like Avernus. Vasily does not. There's this sickening inside of Vasily that stinks of the abyss. And deep down, deep down, below you, below the floor, below the ground, at the base of this sinking sea monster, there is something old and hungry. And it is awake now.
He projectile vomits over the edge of the railing.
Vomiting is a free action on this show.
Yeah.
Well, we've established this. I took care to make notes about that.
Are you okay?
Just a little seasick? Yeah, sure. Just a little seasick.
I'll get a little handkerchief and pat your mouth.
Thank you. Kind of takes the handkerchief, thinks about giving it back for a second, and then goes, "I'll wash this."
It's for you, forever.
I'll keep this. It's back in his pocket. He seems suddenly this incredible. He wasn't distressed before, and now looks like on the verge of some kind of nervous breakdown.
this woman, this other Constantina, sort of starts to fix her mask back in place, and I should check in with Vincenzia. Are there any messages for me?
Yeah, you should definitely check in with Vincenzia. And I did get a note that you were supposed to start researching how someone could break a curse between themselves and a ship. So you might have to like go to the library or something. It's from Rusa herself.
If it's from Rusa, I will do it. Who should I give the information to?
You can give it to me when I am back at the inn.
And she clasps the inside of your elbow with her arm. She's fire and fortitude, Constantina.
Fire and fortitude, Constantina.
She nods and replaces her mask. Goes to the window and leaps. You see her scale the rooftops of nearby buildings and disappear.
Pretty cool.
Naruto run though.
Yeah.
100%. She is clapping them cheeks. She's clapping them cheeks.
I don't understand so. I thought everyone in the matchbook menagerie was a Vistana. Indra, are you a Vistana?
Me? No. I look at my just green skin and pointy ears. No.
Ingrid, you can't just ask someone if they're Vistanas.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am Ingrid. Ingrid, am
Yes.
very rude.
Ingrid has no home drive. So sorry.
If Mercy was not in her bear monkey form right now, she would also say
She would
that was
never
rude. She
have
would
said
never
that.
do that.
When she is polymorphed, does she retain her intelligence?
I think she retains all her mental stats.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure that she does not behave as an ape would around all of these crates of explosive.
Yeah, no, she's still Ingrid/Mercy in there.
I'm sorry, Kayla, she was hot.
Thank you.
Her name was Constantina, so
She was incredibly smoochable.
Yeah, also, so the rest of us were not privy to this information that everyone is now called Constantina. So Vasily is like, what?
I mean, it's a common Vistana name.
No, it is not a common name.
It is about the Styes, you know.
It's like Jennifer and Brandon in
We're gonna stay
1997.
out of this. You don't.
Look, I have a lot to tell you, but maybe we should actually, Indra, was there anything more to your assignment here with Agent Constantina that you needed to accomplish?
I was told to bring you here with the box, but you did not show her the box.
Are you also working for Rusa?
I am working for the Guardian.
Oh,
I don't know if that is or not.
Are you a member of the Matchbook Menagerie as well?
Oh, no. I'm just a free agent.
Great. So who is the Guardian? Is that somebody local?
I would assume so. I was supposed to bring you to the Guardian with the box. I thought the warehouse was the place, but perhaps not.
Is the she-wolf also the Guardian? I'm confused.
I don't think so, since she left without the box.
Does she look like that too? Do you know
Oh,
what
I
the
don't-
Guardian looks like?
No, it doesn't show its face.
Eat?
I don't know if it's male, female, human, or not.
Is it? Maybe it's an aboleth.
What happens if she doesn't get the box she left without it? It must not be that important. It's probably filled with snakes.
Well, whoever has the box, maybe we should look inside.
Yeah, why don't we go back?
I have a confession to make, Indra. I feel like I have been lying all day, or like the past hour to everybody. and I feel really bad. And so Mercy is not actually a bear monkey. And I'm gonna drop polymorph, and then I'm just gonna say, "It's okay, Ingrid," and I'm gonna morph back into Mercy.
You see Indra's eyes kind of fly wide a moment, and she just kind of twitches, and she says, I believe I've received a message in the basement. Follow me.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
no.
I
Oh,
thought
hell
you
no.
would react differently. I mean, I maybe wouldn't have. I guess it's too late now. I'm Mercy. Surprise. We might not have the box. Okay, yeah, let's go downstairs.
No, why? We don't just go downstairs when someone tells us to.
Yes,
Oh,
we do literally every episode.
Jinkies.
what
No,
sort of
no.
message?
Yeah, explain.
The Guardian just says he's waiting it's waiting in the basement.
Well, the Guardian can come up here. We
Yeah,
can
he can
all the
come
way
up
out
here.
here.
I don't
We're
think
t-
you
my
would-
my
you
knees
don't
hurt.
have the box.
Vasily has arthritis. She can't
I
go down
do.
the stairs.
You have
So
arthritis, Vasily? You
Yes,
never told me.
I
Mercy,
do.
quiet.
If
Oh,
I don't,
This the hem of your dress is dirty.
what there?
yeah, it's very dirty. We need to go wash it.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, we
it's
should
going
go back
to
to the inn.
stain.
It's okay. We can go wash it. They have
Yeah.
nice laundry facilities there.
Okay.
So,
oh, in the basement, maybe?
no, but I meant back at the inn.
Oh, okay, yes.
I
But
don't
that
know,
means
I
the
mean-
basement's right here.
Yeah, but it's probably kind of gross because you
Oh,
know
you're
how
right.
walking
Oh,
here,
I'll
like the
just
ground.
slide.
No.
Remember what
Maybe
we
get
said
some
about
platform
strangers,
shoes.
Mercy? We talked about this.
Okay.
Trust me.
Okay. Well,
Murder
it's
basements are
point-
very common in this area. I wouldn't.
Okay.
They're very common
Everyone roll
features.
me a dexterity saving throw as the floor beneath your feet begins to shake and buckle.
You all see Indra just sort of immediately freeze in terror.
Don't forget, everyone gets a +3 to your saving throw for being near Lazarus. Because
Yay!
Hi.
Even
He's
if you have a disadvantage.
Well, I got
He's lucky.
17 with disadvantage, so
I got a 19 with that extra.
That's an 18. That's the best I've rolled all night.
Yeah, I got a 17. Thanks, Lazarus, my boy.
15.
What was the +3? Wait, dexterity?
Dexterity saving throw.
With that 16 total.
Okay. Each of you manages to keep your footing as this floor buckles beneath you, first up and then down, descending into a pit that comes into a slide, and you are falling through the base of this warehouse into the dark and the deep. And that's where we'll end for tonight.
Oh no.
Oh, suspense.
Well, at least we didn't have to take the stairs, which was
It would have been
Great for your arthritis.
yeah,
No,
this
it would've been
is a
bad.
compliant building. So
We have planning permission for this.
All right, my dears. Let's go ahead and do outros. Who have you been? What do you do? Where can we find you?
your mom.
Let's- A deal. Yeah? Feel good about that?
No, I don't. I actually really feel bad.
Inspiration. Oliver, go ahead.
All right, yeah. I'm Oliver Clegg. I write Ravenloft content for the Dungeon Masters Guild, along with other stupid crap. You can find me on Twitter. I'm at DeathBadger, usually just posting about D&D.
All right, Silani.
I am Selani Bailey. I'm the Dungeon Master for Plot Hunters. We air every Saturday night at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/Plot Hunters.
Yeah.
And we're going through Tomb of Annihilation right now, and it's super awesome. Outside of that, you can find me on Twitter at Mistress Verse.
Awesome. Hadil, I guess I'll let you go ahead.
My name is Adil. I'm your friend who never lies. You can find me online on Twitter and Instagram at TwittySuch, TwittySuch. And every week now, I guess that's a thing, I post a YouTube channel of a sewing and knitting podcast called Things I Made It. Episode 3 is lost in my camera because my camera is so old that my computer doesn't recognize it. So We'll figure it
Neat.
out. Yeah. I love technology.
Cool.
Cool. Tight. No down.
Ashley.
Hi, I'm Ashley Warren, and I write D&D content. You can find all my stuff at ashleywarrenwrites.com or search for my name, Ashley Warren, on DM's Guild. And yeah, I'm also on Twitter at Ashley and H Warren.
Nice. Kayla.
Hi, I'm Kayla, and you can find me online at kaylaklein.com or at KAYNCLI on social media. I'm doing art and stuff. I'm still working on my DM's Guild release of Monsterverse, and I'm working on some secret stuff. And trashcoven.com is my clothing line with Holly Conrad, and we just came out with some new stuff, and I'm working on the new stuff now, and it's gonna be cool. So follow me on Twitter.
Lisa.
I've been Lisa Penrose. I'm your friendly local community manager of Dungeon Masters Guild, the D&D Adventurers League, and also social media manager for Dungeons & Dragons. I also design D&D stuff sometimes. Most recently released is Descent into Avernus. Yay! Very excited. If you liked... Oh, I guess you can find me if you want at Merciful DM on Twitter or at lisapenrose.com just to see all the different projects that I work on. If you liked the show, find more about us at Miss Tales D&D on Twitter. People also use hashtag Mistwalkers. If you would like really cool Mistwalkers merch or t-shirts, fun designs that Kayla Klein has made, go to mistwalkers.threadless.com. And don't forget that we are in the race into Avernus right now with a total of 5 Twitch shows, us included. Donate to our fundraiser page, help us support local Children's Miracle Network hospitals, and get really cool Mistwalker prizes for yourself. A handwritten postcard, mean things said about you on the internet, a custom monster for your own spooky campaign. It's great, yeah. And if we win, the Mistwalkers get to be in a D&D product. That's so cool. So help us, help kids. We love you, and we would never lie.
And it's me, it's TK, and I never lie. I've been the DM. You can find me online. TK Joins the Fray on Twitter, or you can go to my website, tkjwrites.com. This has been a very quick episode. It just flew by. We had so much going on. Next week, we're going to be getting into some dark, terrible things. But until then, we will see you in the mists.
Help us. Sleep well, Mistwalkers.